Hi, and welcome to another episode of What's the Dish. Today we're going to make one of my favorite entrees, chicken piccata. Now piccata is zesty, okay, so it's going to have a little bit of acidity, it's going to have like citrusy overtones, it's going to be really nice. Great dish with roasted potatoes and maybe some broccoli on the side. Great. I can't wait to have some of this when I'm done with it. I wish you could be here too to enjoy it with me. First thing we have to do is we have to prepare our chicken. And I bought some chicken breast, okay? And piccata also is known to be thin, so you have to cut your breasts a little bit on the thin side, but I'll show you how I do it, and it'll save you a little bit of time. Instead of cutting them really super thin, we're going to take the breasts and we're going to cut them directly in half, almost like butterflying them. See? We're going to butterfly them just like this, okay? And I'm going to cut them right in half after I butterfly them. Okay, we're going to do this to these guys here. Okay. Now if you're on a diet and you wanted to cut back on some calories, you could just eat one of these. Instead of eating the whole breast, just eat half of one. And I'll show you why, because we're going to fool your eyes. We're actually going to take these chicken breasts and we're going to pound them down so that they're big and wide, and kind of fool you to think that you're getting a lot more for your money, but you're really not. It's kind of a trick that restaurants do. Okay, so we're just going to cut this up, slice it, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take, and you could use a garbage bag if you like, a clean one, don't use a dirty one. Use a garbage bag. You could use some saran wrap. I have a little bit of saran wrap here. Sometimes those quart or gallon size holding containers, those bags that you could buy, the baggies, you could put the chicken breast in there. That's perfectly fine. We're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to put it in between our parchment or our saran wrap. We're going to fold it over and we're going to take our mallet and we're just going to beat the chicken. Good way to get frustration out. Okay, so once we do that, we're going to take our chicken breast and we're going to dredge it in some flour. Okay, just plain all-purpose flour. It doesn't have to be anything special. We're going to dredge it in a little bit of flour. And this flour has been seasoned with a little bit of salt and pepper already. And we're going to put it in some oil and we're going to fry it up. And it's going to absolutely be delicious. But I'm going to go through this process a couple more times before we move on to the next phase. So again, put your chicken breast in between your paper. And you want to pound that out. As you can see, it almost gets a lot bigger just by doing that, each piece. So I think we'll only do, maybe do like 4 pieces. Okay, again in the flour, seasoned flour, salt and pepper. Okay, if you want to put a little bit of garlic in it, you can. Garlic powder, that's fine too. Okay, again, we'll put this in here. Pound it out a little bit. Again, dredge it in the flour. We have our last couple pieces here. Out. And again, dredge it in the flour. Okay. And we could just take this and put this off to the side. Okay. It's off to the side. Okay. Now, one important thing about making chicken and having chicken in your house. The one thing that I am is safe, and I try to be safe with everything that I do. A lot of the reasons why you get sick at home is because of cross-contamination. And now, if I was to take an onion or this lemon and put it directly onto this cutting board, and I just used raw chicken on it, and for any reason neither of these were cooked. Now they will be getting cooked, but if they weren't getting cooked, then I could potentially cross-contaminate this and make somebody sick, and it's not a good thing. Okay, so always be careful with your raw product. and your ready-to-eat product, you wouldn't want to take heads of lettuce or carrots that are going to go into a salad and go directly from a raw product right to a ready-to-eat product like lettuce or salads or anything. You definitely don't want to do that because you're going to make somebody ill. So what I usually do is I take my cutting board and I either flip it upside down or I go to the sink, I wash it, and then we move on from there. Or the other thing you could do is you could do your vegetables first and then do your protein items second, and that way you're going to be very safe.
Register online today and start your culinary journey.
All right, so now that we've gotten this all prepared and ready to go, we have it all dredged, and you can always double dredge it a little bit. What we're going to do is we're going to have our saute pan nice and hot, ready to go, and we're going to add some olive oil to it. You see some nice striations there already, looking delicious. And we're going to take our piccata, put it right in there and start frying it up. Bump our temp up a little bit. Okay, we're only going to put a couple breaths in at a time, but we can do them in phases, and that's okay. You never want to overcrowd your pan. If you overcrowd your pan, things won't cook properly. You want to treat this dish very, very nicely. Cooking is a labor of love. You want to embrace it. You want to be a part of it. It's absolutely the best dish. I really love this dish. So we're going to keep this going. And you can see we have a lot more chicken to go. Okay. And whatever leftover flour is left, you can just trash it. Don't worry about reusing it again. So I'm going to keep this going, and while you take a break, I'm going to keep frying. When we come back, we'll finish this dish up. Hi, I'm Chef Steve. Join me and become a master chef. Become an interactive part of our culinary classes at Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.
Register online today and start your culinary journey.
You too can create these dishes. Whether you're a novice or an expert, there is a place for everyone in these master classes.
Register online today or call Blue Ridge Community and Technical College for more information.
What's the Dish is sponsored by Blue Ridge Community and Technical College.